Over the course of his career, Tennessee Williams wrote 30 full-length plays and a host of one-acts. Yet looking at the list of plays produced by local and regional theaters, you'd think he only wrote The Glass Menagerie, and maybe A Streetcar Named Desire. While it's true there was a fall-off in quality after 1965, and some of the early works were sketchy, there's still quite a roster of plays that hardly ever get revived outside of New York. So it's kind of a gift that Orpheus Descending is now playing at Oakland Theatre Project through August 23rd. The play is a curious and confusing history. A rewrite of one of Williams' early plays, Battle of Angels, Orpheus Descending opened on Broadway in 1957 in the midst of Williams' most creative period. It received mixed to negative reviews and closed quickly, later becoming a Brando film titled The Fugitive Kind, which had no relationship to an early work with the same name, and was later revived on Broadway in 1989 with Vanessa Redgrave. Orpheus Descending opens in a dry goods store in a small white town in the South in the 1950s when Val, a drifter whose car is broken down, comes into the Emporium and throws everyone in the town into turmoil, particularly Lady, wife of the store's ill-tempered invalid owner. A romance, doomed of course, ensues. We do have to wait a bit to meet them after a long expository duet from two lesser characters that Williams should have cut 70 years ago. Orpheus Descending is, as one critic noted for a recent revival, pure, over-the-top Southern Gothic, verging on fantasy and brain-rattling hysteria. It's both Williams at his best and at his most histrionic. This production, directed by Will Detlefsen, shows the play at its best through some of the actors, particularly Natalie Pasquinelli as Carol and Lisa Ramirez in the role of Lady. But we never understand Val's attraction to Lady, and the play suffers from the theater's configuration, forcing actors to shout from across the horizontal space, turning the play often into a one-note yelling spree. And some directorial choices that sounded good in theory just don't work. But in a world of half-baked world premieres and undeserved Pulitzers, any Tennessee Williams is a treat, and when this production works, and it does work here and there, and when Williams is on a roll, it's theater as it's meant to be seen. Orpheus Descending plays at Oakland Theatre Project through August 23rd. For more information, you can go to oaklandtheatreproject.org. I'm Richard Walensky on Bay Area Theater for KPFA.